Cool, Ash. So we've been hearing a lot about the NGS group lately, particularly from a few of our clients that have looked to engage in some of the products there as well. It was very interesting, in terms of the NGS group and what they're doing. It's very much, disrupting the norm, I would say.
It is.
I guess, do you want to give us a little bit of a rundown on the NGS group, who you guys are, what sort of, impact that you're having in the financial markets at the moment?
Yeah, sure. So my name's Ashley, I'm from the NGS Group. I've been with the company for 2.5 years. We are making a really big impact when it comes to fixed rate of returns. So basically, in a nutshell, what we do is we authorize and verify transactions on the blockchain that in turn pays a fee. That fee is then distributed to the member and distributes to running costs. And basically it's a fixed rate daily return, and it goes for about a 5-year term.
Absolutely. And I guess one of the main differences, right, obviously given what's happening in the markets at the moment, particularly some of the returns that are, can be quite variable,
Correct.
Your product seems to offer, I guess, a little bit more certainty around some of those returns. And I guess for us, do you want to sort of, when you mentioned the sort of fixed rate return and how it works, my understanding is that it is the mining of or verification of those transactions which offer a fixed return, right?
Correct. So it's more so around proof of work. So basically what we do is you have some mining rigs that are lined up. The job of those mining rigs is to authorize and verify a transaction. We then get paid a fee, and that fee then is passed on to the member. Very similar to walking into Woolies. You spent $100, you've tapped your card to pay for your groceries. There's a system that sits in the background that checks your BSB and account number and forwards that $100 over to Woolies. Woolies would then charge you the transaction and the cost of your groceries. We pretty much do the same thing on the blockchain.
Absolutely. And how are you finding, I guess, the shift as we go more and more to decentralized currencies, etc.? It sounds like it is quite, obviously a new product to market, but also, potentially the way of the future. I guess you guys as sort of entrepreneurs in the NGS group to really bring that to market, that must be quite exciting.
Yeah, very exciting. So look, and we'll go back on the conversations I was having with potential members a few years ago. Not many people knew about blockchain. Whereas nowadays, because it's been slowly integrated in your day-to-day activities, a lot more people are open to the concept of blockchain. And really, if you look at it, blockchain is the way of the future. A lot of the large corporates, especially financial firms, are actually using blockchain at the moment for their day-to-day transactions, their day-to-day running. So it is integrating quite seamlessly, and we're expecting huge growth even between where we are now and 2030, huge growth in the industry.
Perfect. And I know there has been a lot of time and effort put in by the NGS crew around compliance and other things. Do you want to give us a bit of a rundown around the framework, the methodology around that compliance? Because I know that's something that NGS is very much focused on and really shows a lot of its value.
Look, and compliance has played a large part of building the business to where it is today. So we have a compliance team headed up by myself and another gentleman. And part of that team is just to make sure that we are compliant from the conversations that we're having, more so around the wording, not touching on that financial services, and also just moving forward, make sure that the whole team is compliant moving forward. Also from the SMSF establishment side of things, we've partnered with companies like EDR just to keep that compliance side of things going, as far as setting up the self-managed super fund, and also down to the auditing, the annual audit, as well as moving forward and helping people and helping our members really make sure that from that side of things their SMSF ARC is compliant year in, year out.
And definitely within that, I guess that validation of those transactions on the blockchain network, that's something that we can see is absolutely growing. And it's, when you talk about the global economy and the payment systems, it's something that is definitely looking to expand as well. So that is quite exciting that you're one of the first to market with a product that allows you to, get those fixed returns, but also, that capital back as well.
Correct.
And allows for a scalability in future, right?
Yeah, correct. I think it's a good alternative. It's about time we had a new alternative. And I think moving forward year in, year out, that a lot more Australians are going to look towards the alternative, which is then going to grow that industry, which is already catching up with people faster than what they previously expected. A lot of the big corporations are involved and do have some involvement with blockchain, and blockchain is integrated into various industries already. So it's not something that is new to market. It is something that has been proven is fairly secure, and moving forward will be the preferred method of transacting, whether that be financial transactions, whether that be just a transaction on a production line, whether that be storage of information. So there's multiple avenues that blockchain has been integrated into and will just continue to integrate into the way we do day-to-day business, the way we live, the way we function as a population.
Wow, it sounds like some pretty exciting times at NGS. And look, that always excites me when we talk about new to market in terms of technology or better ways to do things, and that control over, particularly given the returns currently. That sounds quite fantastic. I guess how do we get in touch with NGS? What are the best mechanisms to get in touch?
You can jump onto ngscrypto.com. That's probably the best. We do have a mining calculator online, which you put in your desired investment amount. That will then populate a fixed rate of return for you, and will tell you exactly what fixed rate of return you will get on a monthly basis.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much for your time, Ash. Do appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.